Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. This is Matt here again, as always, and we're not actually going to be playing Terraformcraft today, or at least in this episode, as you guys probably noticed from the title. But we're actually, this is just a quick introduction to a different series going on here. Wonko, I'm going to be doing this series with Wonko. He initially did, oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Wow, I thought this would be easy to do this intro. It's only going to take 2 minutes or so for this intro. Originally, Wonko had a series called Life, the Universe, and Everything. Basically, if you want to go watch the first like 5 episodes that he has, they'll be up on his channel as well. You can go give that a quick check. He just wanted me to join in just so we can basically have more conversations, have two opinions type stuff. Because what this is going to be is it's similar to a Let's Play. We're kind of working towards a goal of building a base, stuff like that, just like a normal Let's Play. However, each episode is more geared towards, like, there's going to be a specific topic, and we're going to be talking about that, just to give a little bit more. Well, that was fun. I'm going to start making my way towards that because I'm going to need to. But yeah, that's how it's going to be working out. This first episode, I'm doing this intro just because we didn't get to do a great intro at the beginning of our recording here. But yeah, so that's basically what we're going to be doing. It's going to be going up on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Obviously, as you guys probably noticed, this episode's probably going up on Thursday night, unless something happens and I can't get it out. But yeah, it's going to be going Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to get this out probably Thursday, Friday, and then one of the weekend days, and then I'm going to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday again. But that's the planned schedule, is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That should hopefully be fairly stable. We shouldn't have to change that around too much. But also, one last thing before I get going here, I am going to be using a different editor. I'm going to be using Sony Vegas Platinum 13, I believe it's called. So, different editing, different, like, everything for me. So, give me a shout, tell me if you like it, if you don't, what I can improve on, audio levels, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this series. This isn't going to be replacing my Terraformcraft series. It's just right now I have some stuff to do in that, and I have to go find my stuff. So yeah, but hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I guess I will see you guys in the video. Okay.
Just, you could have waited until we actually started the video before.
I'm recording.
I'm recording too, but we haven't done the intro yet. So can you stay quiet for 10 seconds or so we can let me do the intro.
Okay. Silence.
Hello, this is your captain speaking, and welcome to Life, the Universe, and Everything, your daily stream of consciousness resource. And today we're going to be talking about the Scottish referendum with this guy.
Hi.
Who's not Scottish and is by no means an expert on the subject. Who invited you along anyway?
I don't know. This is a really stupid idea, though.
Brilliant. So I think the first course of action in-game is to try and get enchanting mechanisms set up. So I guess I'll start growing reeds.
That would be a good idea. I have some leather. You told me not to collect it. I've
got 42 of them.
I just threw those to you.
Ah, never mind.
Yeah, I think we have, what, 57 total. Do you know how many we need for a full thingy?
We need 3 by 15.
So 45.
I think it's 15.
It's 3 books per... Yeah, right, yeah. So that'd be 45. Cool. So I guess we need reeds.
Yeah. So, well, by my count it was last Thursday, but I guess by you guys last Friday, if you live in Britain, or Scotland for that matter. Yeah, you guys all voted whether you wanted to be independent, and apparently you don't. Which, thanks. Not rejecting us that.
I think it was kind of surprised. I thought like a lot of the rumors at the beginning were is like it was supposed to like go through and they're supposed to separate. At least that's what I was hearing a lot of. Is it was actually supposed to go through.
Yeah, well, the polls were all really, really close up until the day. And even on the day the split was, the entrance polls, were 48-52 or something like that.
Yeah, that is so close.
Really close. But, I mean, it followed the pattern of the Quebec referendum when that happened. Going into the vote, it looks just about parity, but the no vote won. I'm honestly not surprised because separating... I reckon a lot more people are scared of separating than they are scared of not separating.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues that come up when you have to separate. Like, you have to change. You can't really, like, for example, like you probably have to get a new currency, stuff like that. It's completely different.
And especially in terms of Scotland, coming up to the event, it sounds like so many things just hadn't been planned out. So going into the referendum, it was saying, okay, we probably won't let you use our currency.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying, oh yeah, well, we can just use the euro. But then there comes in a problem in the form of Spain.
Spain's always a problem.
Well, Spain, they've got a region that wants to separate as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Spain really doesn't want them to separate. So if Scotland had separated, they'd made it clear that they were going to do everything within their power to make Scotland's life hell. So basically do everything within their power to stop them from gaining membership to the EU and forcing a long registration process, not guaranteeing them the ability to use the euro as their official currency, not including them in trade agreements with other European countries. And from a business standpoint, a large amount of Scotland is still agricultural, right? It's got a fairly low population for a large area. Lots of farmers or people working in the agricultural business. It doesn't make sense for them to go from a system where they can sell to everyone in the European Union without any taxes or import duties, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
to going to selling just to the 4 people in Scotland, or 4 million people in Scotland. 4 people in Scotland.
Wait, 4 billion?
Million.
Okay, I thought you said billion.
Not 4 million, but I know it's 5 or 6 or 7 million.
Yeah, around that.
Compared to the total of 60 million for the entire UK. So they've really got quite a small population.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, for example, like, if they separate, it doesn't just affect them, it affects a lot of other people that want to separate. Like, for example, if they were able to separate, the other countries that have places that want to separate from them, it kind of motivates them to do so, which isn't really good for most people.
Yeah, and that's what Spain in particular was fighting against, but as you say, all sorts of other people would be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can see the respect for, self-determination movements and sovereignty and respect as a people, right? But in the modern world where there's so many states splitting apart from each other or forming new ones or forming new political jurisdictions based around ethnic groups entirely, right? It's kind of nice to see some measure of solidarity of, yeah, I know we don't always get along, but let's tough this out together.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Kind of complicates things, I think, if you separate. Although I guess it can be good in some cases, but...
Yeah, I mean, they've also been offered some new powers, like new powers for taxation.
Yeah, because that was one of the main reasons they were wanting to separate, wasn't it? That they wanted to have their own tax, they wanted to raise taxes, wasn't it?
I think so, yes, to increase expenditure as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if they've got the power to do that, and they've already got complete control over their education system and all sorts of elements like that, then all they really gain by declaring independence, as long as they don't remain a part of the Commonwealth, is the ability to declare war on other people without needing to ask the Queen first. In
Yeah, huge benefits.
Interesting fact. Do you know who decides if Canada goes to war?
Who?
The Queen.
Really?
Yeah. So
Haven't we put that past behind us yet?
yeah, so the Queen's still technically the head of state here in Canada, and I believe in Australia and plenty of other countries as well. It's still part of the Commonwealth.
So if the Queen really wanted to, could the Queen just set up everybody to fight everybody?
Yes, except the United States, because the president gets to declare war in the US.
Oh, so everybody but the US could fight. That would be a good change.
Everyone in the Commonwealth
Yeah.
would fight. Then again, if someone sent in orders to Canada to start marching on the US, I think the response would probably be no, and you can't make us.
Yeah, probably. Then again...
That would be interesting. How deep does that allegiance go?
I am not sure, to be honest.
Because technically, legally, the Queen has all of that power to do whatever they want, but how much will the countries and the people of those countries stand for before declaring, no, we're not going to listen to you anymore?
I know, I guess it's just we gotta wait until there is a point where we need to, because I don't think there's really been a point where we've been like, okay, well, this is just over the line, so...
No. And even in World War II, right, when Canada was going to enter that, instead of letting the Queen say, or Britain say, hey guys, we're going to war, they rushed a meeting of the House of Representatives here in Canada, the House of Commons, right? Mm-hmm. And then they managed to get a vote together. Who wants to go declare war? Yes, let's declare war. Let's submit a request to the Queen to allow us to go to war. So in order to prevent having to take orders about that, they rushed a meeting of the Houses of Parliament to request it.
Yeah. Oh.
Which is really only a technicality, but still, technicalities are important. Anyway, we were talking about Scotland.
Yes. A little bit sidetracked. But yeah, so I guess the no vote, you're happy about that, right?
Nova.
No, the no vote. The
No
vote
vote.
of no.
I am. I'm very happy about that, yes. I'm not Scottish, but yeah, I'm still British, so go us. I mean, just think about all of the strange things that would have happened, like, I don't know, name? I guess Scotland becomes Scotland, but the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland becomes the United Kingdom of Lesser Britain and Northern Ireland? I suppose, or the slightly United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland?
Yeah, I guess it's not really united anymore, is it?
No.
It's kind of lost half of their name. Ooh,
no. Another proposal...
Oh, there's creeper dungeons?
Seriously?
No, never mind. There's just 4 creepers inside the dungeon.
Brilliant.
False alarm.
And another proposal for names was, you know, former UK and future UK. But that, as has been noted out before, that really doesn't abbreviate very well.
Yeah, no. Ooh.
But another interesting thing would be, what domain name would Scotland take? Right? Because SC is taken, SO is taken, ST is taken, SL is taken, SN is taken,
did they think this
SA is taken, ST is taken. Even if you were going to base it off of the name Caledonia or something, CD is taken, CA is taken.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much planning kind of went into the afterthought, which, like, this is just complete speculation, but I find it seems like a lot of people that want to separate, or a lot of groups that want to separate, it's a lot of the thought is just like in the present and not necessarily the future of what needs to change afterwards.
Yeah, that would be interesting too. I mean, even you'd have to change postage stamps, right?
Yeah,
Because
everything.
currently postage stamps in the United Kingdom, they don't say what the country's name is on it. Only the United Kingdom gets to do that because they invented postage stamps. It's sort of similar to how the US gets to basically use the .com domain rather than .us
Right, yeah.
because they're credited with creating that. But yeah, they'd have to get new postage stamps and a new postal service.
Yeah,
Might even have to rebuild Hadrian's Wall. Who knows?
yeah.
I mean, they said they weren't going to restrict movement between the two countries, even if they did vote yes, unless Scotland created a radically more liberal immigration policy and they needed to keep people out. Which I thought was nice of them. Sorry, you were saying something.
No, I was just gonna basically say what you had said there. I was gonna say the postage stamp, although the postage stamps aren't incredibly difficult to, I guess, remake. The entire having to change the postage system and get your own one, that would be more of a pain. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah. Plus, there were all sorts of corporations and banks and everything that threatened, all right, if you vote yes, I'm sorry, we're leaving Scotland. Bye.
Yeah. By the way, have you found any reeds yet?
I have, yes.
Okay, because
I
I've
found-
only found like 8.
Right, I'm planted some and are growing them, but they're going very slowly. So
If only bone meal worked. Oh wait, I found some.
I'm going to get some wheat to start growing cattle, I suppose.
Did you say
Oh, we've
growing cattle?
No, we've got enough leather, don't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have. I guess, well, food source isn't terrible to have one of them.
No. So we might actually have almost gotten all of this tedious stuff out of the way with and might almost be ready to start building a house.
Yay! Man, I am so good at building. You just wait.
It's brilliant.
But yeah, I think we. Oh wait, actually, how many reeds do I? How many do you have now? Did you say reeds?
Oh, I planted them. I'm not sure.
Okay, because I have 28, but it's 3 for. Is it 3 for 3 paper? Is that how? Or no, it's 3 for a book. That's an easier way to.
3
think
for a
of it.
book. So I've got 1, 2, 3,
need
4, 5, 6, 7,
3
8,
books
9,
per- so
10,
that'd be-
11, 12,
So we
13.
need 9 reeds per shelf. We need 9 times 15. So we need 135.
Yeah,
Okay, so wow. Okay, well we're not there.
I've got 14 and I'm planting them all.
Okay, I should come back to... Where am I in the world? Wow! Okay, well I will start walking the other direction. I'm at 1,182 and then 650.
Wow. Yeah,
Nice.
with these microbiomes, it's incredibly easy to get lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else about another thing the only other thing I can really thought of that's worth discussing about the Scottish referendum now that it's over. The voting age for the referendum was anyone above 16.
Really? What's the
Yeah.
usual age for them?
18 for
Is
the
it? Okay.
elections. But I thought it was really interesting because it's getting harder and harder to justify not letting 16 and 17-year-olds get the vote.
That's true. Like, you get a lot of responsibilities when you're turning 16, 17. Then why or stuff like that do you have to wait on it? Just something I've always wondered. Then again, maybe there's different reasons why they believe they should not be able to vote. But to me, it's always one of those things of voting is you need to have some background or else it's kind of meaningless to vote. Where I think that might be why it's limited to just the ages of 16, or sorry, limited to when you're 18 and above, or at least for here, depending on where you are, might change. But I really think that's why it is, just because it's like a lot of people, I think even at 16 and 17, some people are definitely into politics, but there's a lot that really don't seem to care at the time anyways either.
Still, I think it's fundamentally a good idea. I mean,
Hmm.
I can't really think of any better way to teach civic responsibility to students, right?
Yeah,
Than
and I guess that's the
teaching them
same.
to vote whilst they're still in high school.
Yeah, like I guess this point is you got to start at some point, anyways, right? So, and I guess at that point you are in the upper years of high school as well, so you have learned about a lot as well. So you probably are more into it and with the news and such. So I
And
guess you do have more background.
I think in the modern era, with more people using the internet, faster communication, faster news stories, I'd say 16 and 17-year-olds are probably more politically aware than they used to be.
Yeah, that's definitely a valid point because it's very you can if you don't know about somebody, you can easily search them up and you can find out about them and even what's bad or good about them as well.
So the biggest argument about them would see they'd make an uninformed decision. Decision.
This
They'd make an uninformed decision and skew the vote, right?
hmm.
But you're talking about a very small demographic of the population,
Hmm.
so they wouldn't have that much of an overall effect. And if the argument is said, oh yeah, but 16 and 17-year-olds are more likely to vote, so they'll make up a bigger point of the population. Well, how does more of them voting imply that they're less responsible and informed than older generations? I mean, if
Yeah,
they're
I
actually more
think
motivated to vote and more interested in it, then
yeah, I guess if more are planning to vote, usually that means they might be more interested. But then again, if more people are voting, it might just be because well, if they've never voted before, they want to do it and might skew it. But I think, I think an issue might be I'm not really sure because to me it seems fine to vote earlier than 18. But if like for example, say with a vote that's really close or something, that extra population that could skew the results, I'll use air quotes because it may or may not be true, that could have the effect of actually changing what's chosen is in the closer elections.
still, I think the only situation in which there'd be a significant enough difference to skew the results, right, would be an issue that directly concerns their age group, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
there was one that's saying, say, if there was a bill that said, let's send all 16 and 17-year-olds to prison, I know that's stupid, but just as an example, they'd all vote no, right?
Mm-hmm.
So only on issues where it directly pertains to them would there really be, you'd expect, a great big
Yeah,
skew in it. But
yeah,
if it pertains to them directly, then don't they deserve the vote in that case?
that is true. However, well, yeah, I guess I'm not sure how many would actually really vote, being at 16 or 17. Maybe I'm just at the mindset of I am not. I don't listen to a ton of politics and stuff myself, so maybe I'm slightly biased in saying that there is a fairly large majority that wouldn't really participate, even if we lowered it, allowing them to be in the age bracket of voting.
Right. And I guess conversely, I probably do more research about politics than the median.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
So
Yeah, I guess it does
there's
depends
equally
on.
skewed.
Yeah, because in my opinion, it's I if I was able to vote right now, I might like I'm probably informed enough that I could or I care enough, I guess I should say that I would go vote, but it's not one of those like I'm not so like I don't look into politics so much that I would research it a ton, which might be one of the issues that they're worried about. Is that just don't care quite enough to do a lot of the work, but then again, that's just me. So, and I'm not sure how many are like me in the population.
Yeah, so here's a question. If Stephen Harper, who's, by the way, the Canadian Prime Minister,
Hmm.
and that's for the information of the viewers who don't live
Yeah.
in Canada, not for I'm implying you don't know who this Prime
Yeah.
Minister is.
Yeah. I figured.
But do you know which party you'd vote for?
No, I honestly I haven't kept up with it enough that I'd be able to vote as of right now.
That's,
If it was to go to an election.
that's fair enough. Yeah. So maybe,
But then again, if an election was actually happening and I could be part of it, I'd probably be more into it.
right. That makes sense.
Um, By the way, where is the house? The coordinates again? Is it 300 as the x and 200 is...
350 and 280. Oh, damn it. I saved the screenshot out of my... I panicked when it doesn't hit the keyboard. It panicked.
Yay, screenshots.
Well, I think that's all I really have to say, other than talking semantics.
So, yep, basically. Do you know how long we've been recording for?
Probably longer than an average episode, but that's fine. It's an important topic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before we end, so the process by which the UK government... Oh, damn it. My Minecraft froze.
Wow, that sucks.
But the process by which the British Parliament in London gives powers to the Scottish Parliament is called... Oh, I can't remember what it is now. Devolution? No, it's a specific word. Damn it.
Well, good point. I'm assuming you're going to make a point out of that.
I made an effort to remember it earlier, but then I forgot, so it was useless. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you all next time.
Oh, wait. Before we end, better late than never. For my viewers, this is, just in case you were wondering, there's a lot of ores on the top of the ground. We just made that for our ease of use. So if you saw me mining diamonds beside coal up here, that's why. In 1.8 you have some options that you can change and make it so that things spawn at higher locations and more frequently. So that's what's going on. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning, but you know, no sense or no harm saying it now. So yeah.
Right.
But, yeah.
See you all next time.
Adios.
Please come back.